doesn't work when there are newer video drivers for your video card. Who knew?
I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't figure you would. Brad might have, though. Did you know that, Brad?
No, I didn't really give it much thought.
Yeah, I mean,
Mm,
I don't think you'd
well,
know that because unless you actually were using a capture card, you wouldn't know.
yeah.
But nice to have
Well,
you here with us, Brad.
Yeah, thanks for having me back.
Um,
Brad was before we started this was telling us some exciting stuff about how the Mines of Moria terrain is becoming available again.
Yeah,
True, Brad?
I was super excited to see that.
is it
Uh,
on the
Where did you
community
find
page?
this? Yeah,
I thought they mentioned it in something, but I think it's been enough weeks have passed that
I mean, I'm sure they mention it somewhere, but I find it can be difficult to go to the community page. Like, there's so much stuff there. Most of it is completely uninteresting. Well, maybe that's a bit harsh, but
Boy, I like don't even
basically,
remember this shit.
remember when they made a plastic fellowship
Yeah, I
and they
do.
made a starter set that had the plastic fellowship with some goblins and some
Yeah,
terrain.
this was in it.
That was it.
It
mm,
actually, were you actually excited about this?
Kinda. I bought the Quest of the Ring Bearer source book.
Oh damn, man.
did you
So
buy Rohan House for $42?
no.
I mean, why not? I think that's the obvious question.
Because I have to save my pennies for the mounted ring wraiths that they don't make anymore.
Well, what about Lake Town trademark house multi-pack?
I mean, actually, everybody. I think what Brad is actually saving for is Schmaug.
Schmaug.
Ow!
Schmaug. He guess. Does anyone remember how much he is? It's a lot. Like
$500.
Brad.
$560.
Yeah, it's $560.
Jesus.
That is a lot.
But the Lake Town trademark house multi-pack is only $115.
What the fuck even is that?
What do you think?
A Lake Town.
It's Lake Town trademark house multi-pack.
I will say the Smog Dragon is really nice looking.
It is nice. You know, the only thing nicer,
Not having it and using that money to
I
pay
mean,
for like a mortgage or rent or your student loans.
I was gonna say
Oh,
having Schmaug in the Lake Town trademark house multi-pack.
okay.
He could like have his treasure hoard would actually be the Lake Town trademark houses.
I mean, you know what? In all actuality, this stuff looks pretty nice. The
It is
Lake
actually
Town stuff.
the Lake Town trademark house multi-pack.
Oh, nice. Thanks for joining us, Sideways. Yeah, 560. It seems you knew that that was the astronomical price tag.
I think it's resin, right?
Yes, that's my understanding.
I mean, yeah, some of that terrain seems nice enough.
I
I
guess
mean,
one thing that's interesting, like, it's scaled with the Lord of the Rings stuff, so those are more like a true scale type stuff. So, like, you probably wouldn't be buying this to use for
yeah.
their other things.
Nah, it's true.
But
I'm kind of surprised you can still buy Schmaug.
me too.
Well, have you purchased it yet, Brad?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think I ever would.
Yeah.
Oh my god, did anyone ever see the Lord of the Ring measuring stuff?
Yeah.
They're like different Lord of the
There's
Rings weapons.
Glamdring and Glamdring and I don't know, Gimli axe.
Gandalf staff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sting. Like, whoa. That's like something else. And like, the funny thing is, yeah, each of these, yeah, it says like, you think somewhere on the weapon it tells you the length.
I don't know. I hope
No,
so.
it doesn't. You just gotta
You
know.
just have to know that the Witch King's sword is 10 inches.
Damn.
That's something
The real
else.
cool thing to do would be to take one of those and convert it to be in the hand of one of your models.
That would be incredible, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of the servo skull tape measure.
That was really bad.
Yeah, that did exist. It did exist.
That was really bad. Okay, well, so we've talked about the Middle Earth stuff probably enough. I don't know if, unless Brad, do you have anything else to add?
Nope.
You can buy the old terrain.
Will you buy the old terrain?
No, probably not.
But you
But you could
could.
put it in a on a shelf somewhere.
Yeah, perhaps on the shelf behind me.
There are many choices of where it could go on you.
Yeah.
Many.
Well, I guess we can start talking about kind of what we've been working on the past week or so. I've spent most of my time working on Blitz Bowl models, or I guess one Blitz Bowl model. Tonight, I would say, largely finished painting the first of the one Chaos Blockers.
The blockers are too good.
Are they?
Rule wise, too good. Didn't get nerfed like they should have.
Oh, okay. They can't get knocked down, is that true?
So basically, yeah, they just get the ball and you can't do anything about it.
That's good. So, like, you can't interact with them? They have a 3+ armor save.
If you can eventually knock them down, but otherwise, like, they just... Because in general, any other player in the game, you have a 50% chance at least of just knocking them over, regardless of if they get injured or not. The ball bounces away, but not these dudes. So they just get the ball and keep the ball until they score.
That's cool. Well, but yeah, so I've almost finished the first one. I think there are a few more details and stuff that I want to do on
And so
the
you just
model.
use tufts on the rather than like static grass itself.
That's correct.
How did you feel that worked?
I feel it worked okay. Like, let's actually... So I got a bunch of grass tufts. Let's see if I can...
Brad, are you going to paint models?
I would like to think I would.
If you did, how would you
So
base
I was originally planning on using, I don't know where I put it, but I had it earlier. I had some old static grass, just loose, like not a tufts or anything. And I thought, and I wasn't even planning on painting it, honestly, just putting it on the base.
Yeah, okay.
And I was gonna see how that works. Probably do it on an empty base first.
I literally did that.
Yeah.
It works just on an empty base. The only thing I would say, paint it like brown or something.
God.
You would paint the grass brown?
No, paint the
base.
The
base underneath. Right, yeah. I even thought about, I have some really like fine like sand.
You could do that.
I even thought of doing a layer of sand. I was
do that. Or
maybe
like
try half and half and see what it looked like. Yeah.
Yeah, or if you have the GW like texture paint or whatever, you could paint a little of that and then put it on, because that's actually what I did on mine, and it was really easy.
So the stuff that I used, there's this company called Gamers Grass. I bought these little tufts and I put them on the base of the model, and then the grass was too bright and like I thought it looked awful. So then I struggled to get it all off. Like I scraped it all off and had to repaint the base. And I just took some of the grass and sprayed it with like a brown and a dark green ink. And so you can sort of see where the tufts used to be, and on this little paper how it's like that darker color, to like get them like a darker look to them so they weren't so bright. Because
Yeah.
initially I tried to like just apply like a GW shade or a wash to the grass tufts, but it's really hard to apply them because they just soak up a ton of water. And when they've soaked up a ton of water, that starts to kind of dissolve the glue that's holding the tufts together, and then it just all falls apart. So if you can't get the color you want, and you get like something that's either too dark or too bright, you can use, if you have an airbrush, if you have access to an airbrush, you can use that too.
Yeah. I just used some static grass that I got from the army painter. And I ordered some from Gale Force 9 that came in today. And comparing it to the army painter stuff, the Gale Force 9 is a lot brighter. It's a lot more like the unpainted tufts you have there. It doesn't look as good, in my opinion, as the army painter stuff. I mean, they both probably sell different colors, but
Well, so I also got like the green grass, the Gamers Grass Company. I also got some light green grass, but it's like, in this case, it's 4mm grass rather than 2mm, and 4mm is pretty billowy, and that also didn't look very good. So the color of it was good, but the length was not. So it's going to go back in a box and may never be used.
yeah.
Oh, Brad has Gale Force 9.
Found it, yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Might even be the same thing, although
Yeah, because I have some. It says it's Gale Force 9. I don't know.
Oh, I have some
Maybe
Gale
they have
Force 9
different
static
colors.
grass here too. This
all the cool kids do.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is winter/dead static grass. So it's like a very gray brown color, which I thought looked kind of nice.
But
But I
Brad,
obviously didn't use it.
here are the test bases I did.
Yeah.
Some of which have some like basically like
Can you send some
sand or-
pictures of them that I can bring up?
Yeah, just a second.
Because, yeah, I don't know. I tried applying some static grass to a practice base as well, and the PVA glue that I used, I thought it would be better if I added some water to it so it could spread easier. And well, I think I added too much water, and then when I applied the static grass, like, didn't look good. It was all just very little of it was actually standing straight up, and so it kind of looked really messy, and I wasn't very happy with it. Okay, so yours, Eric, looked quite a bit better than
I had just some PVA white glue that I put a slight amount of water in the brush, and so it was watered down very slightly, but not much. The one on the left, the smaller section is literally just gray primer, and I put it on, which you can partially see through there.
Yeah, you can tell.
So you obviously don't want that. Then I think one of those sides. I think the other side has some texture stuff with the grass, and the other one does not. So that picture was garbage. But
Pretty
um,
bad, Eric.
well,
He's working as fast as he can.
Well, so if we bring, so I guess in terms of what you've been working on, Eric, you finally finished painting the first halfling from your Blitz Bowl team, and there, like, I think that's you can get a pretty clear view of what
but I
the
just
static grass looks like.
painted the glue on, sprinkled more grass than necessary on, waited like 30 seconds, then with another brush, like a larger
Mhm.
brush, just kind of carefully start brushing the majority of the excess stuff off. Then I maybe waited 10 minutes and did it again. And part of that brushing is to get off the excess stuff, and the rest is just to stand it up a little bit better.
Yeah.
And it worked pretty easily. So
So you don't have to buy a $100 static grass applicator to get it to all stand up nice and straight.
You do not.
I was considering trying to buy one.
You do not. I don't think it's worth it.
But then I decided I probably would never use it, and did not.
Yeah. I mean, I'll probably never use static grass again after these models.
If you decide to paint some other old hammer models, you might.
I mean, I could see using some, but not just it completely. But I guess all of that's to say, Brad, it's easy enough. I think that's the way to do the bases, unless you have a very particular thing you want to do.
Yeah, when I originally primed some of my goblins, I just did dirt.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of feel okay with that, with them being goblins.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Well, how did you do the dirt? Did you put sand or anything?
It was just, yeah, it was just sand.
I think if you do that enough, and you can add some like washes or inks or whatever.
Do you have any goblin green
on
paint, Brad? You could have just painted it goblin green.
No, I don't.
People would love it.
There's a company that makes paint called War Colors, which I think we talked about their paint a little while ago. They make a range of nostalgia paints where they have essentially, Eric's holding up a War Color paint, where they've essentially just gone back and found all of those old paints and color matched them. So now you can sort of buy those paints again.
Nice.
So if you have an old hammer project and you want the paints to be as like authentic to that time period, look to War Colors and buy the paint.
They're pretty cheap too, and their bottles are nice dropper bottles that don't really get clogged.
I think they're my favorite dropper bottles I've worked with.
They have kind of a wide nozzle that it almost is like a vacuum design, that once you push out the paint, the rest gets kind of sucked back in, so it doesn't like fill up the end of the cap.
Yeah, they're really nice.
They're made in Cyprus though, so it takes a while to get any if you order them. But they're nice. They're kind of like scale 75 paints in that they're pretty pigment rich and relatively thick, so you can dilute them a lot and that sort of thing.
They're great. I use their black when painting this chaos blocker, and it's really nice. I like it a lot. So if you are into buying paint and are willing to wait a little while, look into some of the War Color paints. They're fun. And they have one thing that's also sort of neat about them. On the little bottle, it tells you, it has like a little scale of how opaque they are. And on top of that, the paints are labeled in kind of a very clear way for like Violet 1, Violet 2, Violet 3. So it kind of just tells you how you could use them to do successive highlights and stuff like that, if you really don't want to think about anything like that.
That's really nice, because I'm bad at that stuff.
And so the little that I've used them, I've really liked them. The bottles are great. Yeah. But thus far, I've largely only used their white and black, and both work well. I have a range of their purples and some of their flesh tones, but I've not really tested them yet.
Talking about paints that are great, this other Pro Acryl, like Monument Hobbies paints, I used some of them on some of these models, and they're also great.
Yeah, I used a little of their paint as well. If you look at the little chaos blocker that I painted, that was the dark orange that I used to paint the helmet of this dude.
Okay.
And then I highlighted up from there in kind of a stippling fashion to get the kind of beaten and worn look to it. So yeah, we've been painting. Eric, you've also started working on another halfling, right?
Yeah, I did. But I painted most of the black and the purple, which is a lot of it. So I just need to do the skin and some of the other details and stuff. But I don't know. I think I just need to keep pushing and finish the team, and then they'll play even better.
Yeah, they have to.
Yeah. Well, I played 3 games of Blitz Bowl with like graduate school friends the other night. Won 3 games in a row. That's the power of the halflings.
Of the Baltimore Biockies.
Yeah, the Baltimore Biockies.
Baltimore.
I played Skaven twice and Undead once.
So they actually have teams?
They have teams.
That's exciting.
So you weren't even playing the dwarves?
I wasn't even playing the dwarves. The first game I played against the Skaven team, and I don't know, in like a couple turns, I did 10 points above them and just ended it.
Oof.
That can happen.
The other one went all the way to the end game cards, and so.
And were you using the end game cards?
Yeah, I've been using them for the last 6 games I've played.
Shit, you played 6 games? Oh my god. What the fuck, Eric?
I played more than that. I probably played 10 or 12 games now.
Jeez, God.
Oh my
could you play a league game?
No, Brad. Well, if only we included them in the league.
I don't care. They can join. I just don't want them to only play you.
Yeah, well, we'd have to think about I'll talk with them about it to see if. But I played a lot with the dwarves a bunch of times. I played with the undead a little.
Eric, you know how to play.
A bunch of them. We tried the special ball cards.
How'd you feel about that?
I only used them in one game, and we used the halfling ball, the one that if you run into the end zone on the roll of a 1, you don't score.
Oh, that's great.
And I only scored one time, and I rolled a 2, so he did score. And
what is it supposed to be, like they eat the ball or something?
Or yeah, they don't want to get rid of it; they want to eat it, I suppose. Yeah. So
that's great.
But it was fun.
I can't believe you've played 10 games. 10 games? 12?
10, 12, yeah. So
Jesus.
Between 8 and 12 games.
Yeah.
Eric's gonna win this league, no question. He has the experience. He has the team.
I mean, yeah, I thought I was
one of his
playing 4 games. I thought boy, I've played it.
That's pretty good. Well, have you used end game cards for all of them?
No, never.
How are in the league we're going to play? Is the first 3 games you get coach things, or do we?
So
separating it.
I figured that you would roll after each game until you had 3,
Mm-hmm.
and then after that you can roll and you can replace one.
Oh, that's a good idea because some of them are garbage and some of them are great.
Some of them are hot garbage. John got shout out to John. He got the one that gives touchdowns 4 points. Like lucky bastard. Lucky bastard.
Yeah, there's a podcast called The Crush, which is like kind of a Blitz Bowl podcast, and their general thought was that the new league rules are garbage. They would only be good if you're like playing with like your kids and like, oh, it's kind of fun to do this stuff, but it's like unsatisfying, very unbalanced. It goes against kind of the spirit of the game where there's not much tracking or anything, but with that you have to do all this tracking for no particular reason. And it also doesn't like you just randomly get something. You don't get something based on like how you play as a coach. It's just like they randomly give you a thing.
Yeah.
Some of which are terrible, some of which are good.
Yep.
That's cool. I like the sound of that.
Well, they obviously didn't put much effort into it.
Nope.
Oh, and also there's a rule that allows you to put a second ball in play.
Mm-hmm.
And the general consensus is that is also terrible.
So I guess that wasn't in season 1 then?
That was not in season 1. And the thought is it's just a way to punish new players. It's like, gotcha, you didn't realize that was there, such that the better player will be like, oh, they'll game it out such that they can score and immediately take the second ball.
I could see
I heard that stalling tactics were a thing people did in season 1, and I felt like that was a way.
I think that was an effort at that.
Yeah,
but I think it's I think one of the things it will take if you played a lot of the first season. It's just something that no one remembers to do. There's a lot of tracking. Wait, did you take a card? Didn't you take a card? Like, oh, that. It will often be something like, oh, I completely forgot that could even happen, so I played dumb, and now I get dramatically penalized for it.
Okay.
I mean, of all the games I played, I've never remembered to do it.
Remember to do what? The ball thing?
Like that rule was a thing.
Yeah.
There's a challenge card that puts a second ball in play.
That happened. I've had that happen.
Yeah.
But, well.
That's pretty cool.
Hey, everybody. Greg's here.
Hey, Greg.
Hey, Greg.
So, I don't know how everyone's feeling, but we could try and play a game of Blitz Bowl. How are people feeling?
I'm feeling like it's close to being late, but I'll watch a little bit.
Yeah, okay. One of the things that also I didn't realize until recently, some of the challenge cards that like blocking play and things like that, they literally stay in until like they stay in forever until you make them go away.
Yeah, I think there's 3 of them, right?
For some reason, I just assumed it stayed in for a turn, even though there was no reason to believe that.
Yeah.
Blocking play is the one you want. It's the best card in the game.
Which one? Which one does that do?
Blocking play. You get it for doing crunch their bones or break their bones or whatever. It allows you to, whenever you run, you get a free mark action, essentially.
Oh, you can run next to guys. Yeah, that one is super good.
It's not quite that. Like the moment you get next to them, your movement stops.
Yeah.
But it's essentially like you can always run. For every single run, you can mark for free, and you also pick up the ball.
Does it run? Because it's a run, but does it go away when you sidestep?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's if you sidestep or
just knock people down
or do a pass. It's sidestep or pass. So most teams
sidestep, pass, or touchdown, probably. Right?
Yeah. They never do that, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, it literally doesn't matter. I guess it would matter partially for the halflings because
Show us the completion, Eric. Show us the completion.
those cards don't matter.
Eric knows. He's played so many games.
Played so many games.
It actually, I think, it depends on the team of what they're, good at.
The humans aren't good at anything.
They're better than the orc team. The orc team got major nerfed, so now they suck.
Oh, glad I'm not playing the orcs then. I can't believe that all they really changed was losing the -1 to armor. Right? They went from being kind of good to being bad after just losing.
So there was that. I think maybe there was another thing, but they went from being fine or like relatively good. They lost the armor thing, and like based on how the challenge cards I think changed, it just kind of ultimately resulted in like they were a pretty okay team, not fantastic. And because the human team was so garbage, they like consistently beat the human team, and it's like almost like the designers went on Board Game Geek and saw that like, oh, the orcs always beat the humans, better really change that, and
they ruined them.
Yeah, they're just not worth playing.
Okay, well,
who's gonna play what?
But I love the orcs.
Was that why you're not playing them?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I have out the Dark Elves and the Chaos Blocker, the Chaos team.
Let's do it.
So that's what we're gonna play. Greg, you're playing.
But I don't know the rules.
Well, yeah, Eric's gonna help you, and then when you leave, Eric's gonna finish the game.
All right.
If that's fine with you.
Yeah, fine? Just a minute. I'm drawing Birthday Leslie for Cousin Annie because it's her birthday today.
Oh.
Are we going to count this as a league game? Is a league game being played?
I think it's a league game.
Oh. Lots on the line. Boy, so, I played 2 games with John, and I feel like I got swindled. Because for those listening, we're doing a ladder league. So I won the first game, and I moved up.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, John was in last place. So he's like, whatever, I don't care. Then he's like, well, let's play a second game. Because I mercy ruled him. Mm-hmm. So he's like, we got time for a second game. And then he beats me. So I moved up. Yeah, and then he took my spot.
Damn.
Now I'm in the bottom. It's not very fair.
Yeah.
Who came up with this idea? That was stupid.
I forget, to start the game, you roll a dice, and whoever wins the roll off gets to set up their stuff first and go first.
That's how I know it to be.
Alright, so I'm gonna roll a d6. The green one is for the Chaos team. The red one is for the Dark Elves. The Chaos team wins.
The game.
Oh yeah, they won. They won the game. No, they are going first, and they set up first.
How many?
They have 4 runners, these Beastmen runners, and 2 blockers. The runners, they all have the move of 6. They throw on a 4+. They have they even have a 3+ armor save. That's good. And they have a special rule called Headbutt. If this player makes a mark action and they have already made a run action this turn, they can immediately make a free block action. Okay,
yep.
So that's okay.
I mean, I haven't played this game enough to like think of tactical or smart ways to put the models into the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just put them somewhere.
Put the 2. I would suggest to maybe put the 2 blockers in the center.
Yeah,
or something, because we want them to get the ball.
Yeah, the stats for the blocker and the runner are identical, except they both throw on a 4+. They have a 3+ armor save. It's just the Beastman runner goes 6 rather than 5.
Yeah.
Do you? I would try to space them out a little bit more so that
You might as well, such that they can't just easily get into.
walk in and score. Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
How about
that's
that?
that's
that's
better.
fine. Yeah.
And then the Dark Elf. So I'll set up my dudes next. Hmm. Oh. Yeah, whatever. That's good enough. So actually, so the cards that are up now that we can't claim yet, but we can look at them, is get the ball. Claim this card if a player from your team takes possession of the ball and your team did not have possession of that ball at the start of the turn. Showboat for the crowd. That's if you get a touchdown. And then free up the ball. Claim this card if an opponent had possession of the ball at the start of your turn and no opponent has possession of the ball.
Yeah, so you can't score anything the first turn, so you just have to move stuff.
Yeah. So do you have a sense of what you want to do, Greg?
How much movement can a person do?
The Beastmen get 6.
And the blockers get 5. And so the models, there aren't too many actions they can make if they don't have someone like next to them, like an opponent. Then the main thing that they can just do is run or move.
So they can't get the ball.
No, you just need to move it up. You want to get them at least one away from the ball, such that his team can't just run up and get them because they can't move within your tackle zone, essentially.
Well,
like Adam's runner could have picked it up because they have the movement of 7.
Where's his runner?
I don't know.
He's right here.
Yeah, but you just have to move them up such that it's kind of blocked and they can't just come in.
So the blockers can't get close enough to kind of block it.
No, like I would be inclined
one of the beastmen could.
I would be inclined to run up 2 of your beastmen and then 1 blocker or something.
Yeah, so one of the beastmen near H, maybe move him up such that he's diagonal from the ball. 1, 2, 3.
Like here.
Yeah, that's fine. And then,
because that's good. You don't want to be directly next to the pillars, because if you're knocked into them, if you're pushed into it, it counts as a knockdown. So that's bad for you.
maybe move blocker E. Just 5 straight up.
Yeah, that's probably fine.
Then I feel
one of either B or C.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe B. And so you don't want them near the wall?
It doesn't really matter, because they would have to be, you only shove directly away from you, so they would have to be, at least at this point in the game, they're not going to get in the position that they could knock you into that. So you can just move them up next to it. It doesn't matter.
He could get here.
That's fine. I agree with that.
Okay.
That's some solid coaching, Greg. I like what you did.
We agree.
Who's sideways? Was that just an actual person who was watching this, or is?
Yeah, he was watching at the beginning. I'm not sure if he still
Okay.
is.
I don't think so. I think it's me and Greg.
Yeah.
That person who's moving up, what role
He's
is
the
that?
blitzer.
And the blitzers are generally a pretty good all around. I remember the orc blitzer was good.
All blitzers in the game can re-roll their block die, so they're good. Everyone in his team has a 4+ armor save except for the witch elf, so that's relatively good. They're all pretty good at throwing at a 3+.
Presumably, my guys don't have that good armor.
No, they're all great. 3+ on all.
What?
The funny
You're
thing
chaos,
is,
man.
I mean, I could see the.
I can't believe the
big dude.
Beastmen are that.
well, so that's the funny thing. The Nurgle team is new for this edition, and they have the Beastman runner, like Pestigore runner.
Mhm.
That is exactly the same special rule, except their armor save is one worse.
They're squishy.
Yeah, they got all their.
Nurgle's more squishy.
They're more squishy. That's I didn't notice that. That's funny.
Yes, so that's the only difference. They're a little worse.
So now I don't know. I could try and mark and like hit this blocker.
You couldn't do that unless you can't do that because that would be 4 actions, right?
Yeah, you
He
got
gets a
horns,
free
Adams.
action.
You got horns.
He
Is that your
frenzy.
witch elf?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So the witch elf can, when you mark, they get a free block action. So yeah,
I don't remember what marking is.
So you can't move. You can never move within like the tackle zone of another player. The only way you can do that is by doing a mark action, which allows you to move up to 2 spaces, and it has to end within like essentially the tackle zone of an opponent.
Is it after they do their action, or is that the
No, it's
action?
another action.
That's the
It is an
action.
action. And you can.
So is it the witch elf that's diagonal from the ball?
No.
Yeah.
Diagonal
Yeah,
from the
that.
ball. Yes. But you can only mark if you're open. So if you're within the tackle zone of an opponent, you can't like mark to move to another tackle zone on another person or something.
Yeah, okay. So marking is the only way you can move
like,
within somebody's
yeah.
tackle zone.
So I'm gonna
Yeah.
mark this Beastman. And then I just scroll a single block dice. Correct?
That's correct.
So marking means they move in and pummel them?
No, they move in and that's it. But the witch elf has a special rule called frenzy that after they make a mark action, they can immediately make a free block action.
Okay.
So this is his 4th action of the turn.
The little explosion.
So that's just a normal knockdown. So Greg makes an armor save.
So a 3+ save. I'm rolling, Greg. You're gonna be fine. Is that a 6? The Blood Bowl? Yeah, you're fine.
Yes. So you still have to put them over.
But they were not injured or taken out.
That's correct.
Why do you have to put them over then?
Because they were knocked down.
So they are knocked down. The save was just to see if they're hurt.
Yes.
Yeah,
Kind of like Blood Bowl in that sense, a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And then the explosion with the little exclamation point is the crunch thing. So that's a better knockdown because it reduces your armor by 1.
Oh.
Okay, so my turn's done. So now is the first time that you can claim challenge cards.
Ooh, get the ball. Get the ball.
You can't really do that.
Sure, you can.
I would
make it bounce. Make it bounce fortuitously.
That's what you have to do. So you could, like,
So mark into the ball and get it to bounce.
So I could mark the blocker into the ball zone.
Then the ball randomizes.
Yeah, and it might not work out.
It could go backwards, and you could get it.
If I mark into the ball, who would I try to hit? Or isn't that...
You don't do that.
Yeah, that's right. Could I... Is there a blitz or something? Or is that...
No, that's not a thing.
Fuck, because then I'd blitz right in there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like either of your two players that are up there could just do a mark action to get right on top of the ball. Then the ball could bounce backwards. If it does, then your other player could just go fucking pick it up. Although it could bounce and then bounce off your down dude and then bounce again.
Can the down dude get up?
Yes, that's one of your 3 actions.
Is it worth doing that now in case?
It is.
If you throw a block on the witch elf, if you throw a block on the witch elf, then the guy, if he stood up, he would be open. Would he be? When does the ball bounce? After you resolve the block?
What's a block is kind of...
That's like hitting them.
But do I have to be beside them?
Yeah, I guess you'd have to mark first. It would scatter in the mark.
Correct.
Get that.
You first want to stand up the dude.
Yeah, I think
such
so.
that when you do mark, you'll have an assisted block, so you roll 2 dice.
Well, will there be an assist if Blood Bowl has the thing where you cancel out assists and stuff? This doesn't
have that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I could mark with the blocker or
I would mark maybe with the runner because your blocker is the ideal person to have the ball because when he has the ball, he can never be knocked down.
Yeah.
So and therefore he just keeps the ball.
Yeah.
So marking, it's 2 move, right?
Yes.
1, 2.
So he can move diagonally onto the ball. So
you mark.
Why do they call that mark? Like, what is in like? What's that name? Why do they call it that?
You're marking the person you're gonna pummel.
Like that's the person I'm carefully going to move into his.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to roll to see where the ball bounces from here.
Oh, this is huge.
This is huge. A 5. Oh my god! It goes right back on your beastman. So that means he just gets it, right?
No, he's not open.
He would have to be open.
Oh, so does it bounce again?
It bounces from where the beastman is again.
But this is good. It's headed in Greg's direction.
A 2. Oh, it goes right behind your beastman.
So now, if you
don't even block. Just have the guy pick it up.
He can't pick it up because he would still be marked by the.
Oh shit!
So now your second action will be to destroy the witch elf. If you can do that, then
you'll be pretty good.
No, this is the third action now. You stood up. You marked.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, it's still fine. I would just pummel
the witch elf.
Which with the one that marked
doesn't matter that much.
It doesn't matter.
Marker.
It would matter if you had more actions because if you roll the skull knockdown, they couldn't take more actions.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter now.
Okay, so
maybe I want the other one to do it. Such that in case he knocks that if he's not it doesn't matter. Do you have the other one do it?
Well, so if you use
or
this one,
benefit for marking.
If you use this one, oh no, you just push her here. It wouldn't be into the wall. So yeah, I don't know which one do you want.
I'm just thinking, like, if I push her back, is there a way that then I'll be forced to follow up and then have a clear line to the ball for?
They still wouldn't be able to get you easily because you're blocker is still in the way. I would push her towards the wall, because if you push her the other way, then it just allows. If you only shove her, then the blitzer and the witch elf will get a free assist. You don't want that.
That's true. So he's gonna mark or block the witch elf.
Okay.
2 misses. Is that what that is? 2 skulls.
That is what that is.
So that was like.
And why did I roll 2?
Because you were assisted.
Oh.
That is unbelievably bad.
Yeah, that's really bad.
Okay.
But it's still not, well, get the ball will be gone.
Yeah, so now...
Where's that in the 3 spot? Which one?
I think Adam didn't place them right, but it doesn't matter. Get the ball goes away.
I mean, I just didn't place them. I mean, they're still placed right. It's just they're not over the right thing because the camera's set up dumb.
Yeah.
So get the ball disappears, and then it's just free up the ball for days.
So now you want Adam to pick up the ball and you want to take it from him.
Odd.
Move the ball.
So I mean, I guess for where I am, I mean, I probably just want to start pummeling the Beastmen.
Yeah, probably.
And you get assists too, like if you were pummeling the middle Beastmen.
Correct.
So,
and if the blitzer rolls it, they can re-roll the dice.
Whenever this player area makes a block action, their coach can choose to re-roll the dice.
Oh god.
So the blitzer's gonna hit this Beastman for the first action. A knockdown, and then a knockdown with a skull. The knockdown with the skull is like you knock them down, but they're not injured. Is that right?
No, it's you knock them down, and then they can't do any more actions, so that's worse.
Okay, so I would just do the normal knockdown one.
Yeah, so a save needs to be rolled.
Wait, the one with the skull, they're knocked down, and that's all? They can't be hurt? They're not hurt when
they are hurt, or they could be.
The player who knocked them down can't take any more actions.
So he like tackled them to the ground, and they're both laying on the ground, kind of.
They're not laying on the ground because he's not down.
Well, yeah, but I understand that.
But they're too occupied by what they did to do more.
He's fine.
Okay.
So actually, question for you. So now that this guy's just laying there, he's just an obstacle, right?
Yeah.
So I know what I wanted. So like the witch elf could hit this other dude, but I almost feel like I want to move up. So I can't really get her. She can't really be assisted unless I move like the blitzer over here or something.
That's correct.
Oh, actually, the runner could get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But
6, 7.
You would have to mark to get there.
You'd have to mark, right. Yeah.
And why is that?
Because you can't move into a tackle zone when you're running.
It's still a tackle zone if the dude's on the ground?
No, but the guy that's up.
He wants to knock over the other guy that's up, so for no reason, just because he wants to do that. He was trying to get 2 people on the dude that's up, so he'd get an extra die.
Oh.
But he can't do that. Unless he had blocking play.
Yeah.
The best bonus play card.
Best card.
I might just move the runner up. Yeah, the runner's gonna move up there. And then I feel like I'm gonna take a chance, and the Witch Elf is going to hit this Beastman.
Okay.
Missed.
That was good. Good roll.
Alright, so Showboat for the crowd is gone.
Move the ball, I think, is move 5 spaces with the ball.
Claim this card if the ball was moved 5 or more squares away from your end zone by a player from your team, whether it was thrown, carried, or bounced.
Yeah, okay. So I feel this, you probably just want to do what you tried to do before.
What do you think? Do you think you stand up the one guy and then bring a guy from either J or C to like run mark and get a free block, and
You
then
could
block with
potentially do
another
that.
guy?
But why wouldn't you just stand up the dude, hit the
Witch
Witch
Elf.
Elf, then the blocker can move in, get the ball, and run through that hole that's open up?
Yeah, that's probably what you want.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
are we fine
But
with standing up him?
Stand him up, yeah.
Because then he can the guy who stood up, he can throw a block on the Witch Elf, and he's assisted.
Yeah. It should probably be well, it doesn't matter, I guess.
I don't know which would be better to block with.
The one that can only hit the Witch Elf, right?
Probably. Because then the other one has more opportunities to do other things. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So this one. The one
Yeah.
standing. Okay, so he's gonna try and throw a block. It's assisted. Okay, so you got a knockdown. And I need to make an armor save.
A 5+ save, yeah.
He's out.
When they're knocked down and fail the armor save, they're just out of the round.
You have to spend an action to put them back into the game.
Okay. Well, and how could it be that they get like hurt badly? It's a different role?
Not a thing.
It's not a thing. Okay.
Because your players don't gain experience.
No.
Now the big guy can pick up the ball, right?
Yeah, so he could just move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just move up.
Yeah.
Or
You're right.
Why can he do that? Or can it...
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess. Or 1. There's not like a clearest way for him to do it, to move, but
Doesn't he just move in a diagonal?
But then he's moving into a block zone.
yeah, he can't move here.
You're right.
Does he just pick it up? I don't have to roll.
Wanted to move there anyway, because that would just put him open for a free block.
Yeah. But it doesn't matter because he won't go down.
Well, that's true, but you want him to waste an action to mark into him and then fuck it up.
Yeah.
You want a diagonal to get the ball, diagonal back, diagonal forward, and then move up maybe such that they're almost past the stone.
But you can't get past him because
you're going past him the wrong way.
So go down this way. So diagonal up 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that.
Yes. That's what I assumed would be done.
Do I not have to roll to see if he picks it up?
Nope.
You don't roll for anything unless you're throwing the ball.
Isn't that like dangerous pillar position?
So it is somewhat dangerous.
Isn't the pillar the only thing that could really handle these guys?
What about moving?
Yeah, but the pillar gets a knockdown, which they're immune to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like you literally have to like crunch him or something.
And like he can't really easily get a dude in there. Well, I guess you could, but
I mean, it's a sidestep mark blitz, really.
So you could do that, but then they're not assisted, so it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think you picked. I mean, that's probably not 5 squares away
No,
because it's only like ultimately like 3
3.
or something.
Yeah. But it's
So,
hanging out there. You might be able to score it
but
next
so
time
free up
around.
ball's gone.
I need to go do something with the laundry, guys. I'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah, well, Adam can do his shit.
Well, so how many actions have you taken now? That was the second.
He stood up, he hit, and then he ran.
Yeah. Okay, you're right. Okay, so one of the free up the balls is gone. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what I even want to do. I mean, I guess.
I mean, part of it, you might want to try to throw a block on him or something, but if you don't, you at least want to get some of the dudes in position such that he can't literally just run you.
Yeah, so like
block up the stuff so they have to like mark and whatever.
Boy, I'd be tempted to just concede the touchdown and just knock as many beastmen down as you can.
See, like, you can't hurt them. I can't hurt them.
The beastmen you can. Well, I mean, they're safe.
They're the same.
Get some crunches. Get some crunches. And then they'll be gone.
Crunches.
Roll crunches. Do some crunches.
One thing that's worth noting, the get moving card, that if you run 3 people, it's worth 1 point. It's going to come into play. That used to be worth 2 points.
Huh.
Oh my god.
And I don't know, maybe they all have this on the back, but at least one of them, the bonus play is you can move 2 additional spaces, so it's pretty good.
That is good.
So is it fair to say, I'm sorry, but is it fair to say, Eric, that after playing 12 games, you like the game?
It's good. I like it.
Yeah. I think I do too.
I think I feel I get the Blood Bowl flavor from it, but it's just not as arduous to play.
Yeah.
But there's certainly random elements about it, but in general, most of the stuff you do, they just work. So it's not like, oh, I didn't pick up the ball somehow, and now everything fell apart.
Yeah, I feel like Greg kind of like showed that where it's like, I don't have to roll for this. Like, they can't get super injured.
Like, wait a minute. Like, I can't just fucking trip while I'm running.
Yeah.
Or something like, so that, I think.
So what if I did this, like, so I just moved these 2 dudes up to kind of just make it harder for him to like move, and then I could, if I mark him, essentially he just has to
that mark with, so that could be fine if you would just like if you would do what you did right there and then like threw a block with your blitzer just to like hope to kill that dude or something. He would mark you, then he would mark to. Oh no, it would
no, can't sidestep. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, he would mark to sidestep and then run in.
Yeah.
So
if I would mark him, I guess maybe do it with this dude, the guy at the bottom, because even if he then knocked him down and like killed him, he could then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He still couldn't quite get the touchdown.
So it's probably fine.
Yeah, so he's just gonna mark that dude. Yep, that's it. Okay, so free up the ball is gone. This isn't a high-scoring game yet.
No.
First game I played against the Skaven, I feel like every single turn I had a turn, I claimed at least 2 cards.
Some way I feel like it's really like that sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Then the next game is just like nothing happened. Like all the cards were just wasted.
Yeah.
I think it used to be the take them down, like the card that just you get it for knocking someone over. That was worth 2, and injure them was worth 3.
Hmm.
So it made it such that the Chaos team was so good because it's just like, well, you don't have to score touchdowns or anything, just fucking pound the shit out of everybody.
Yeah, no
You
kidding.
claim all the points. So that's just your turn.
I mean, what if? Yeah, I don't actually know what.
One of the things could probably the one close to the trapdoor, or like not on the trapdoor but up there. You should probably mark up to such that the blocker has an assist and trapdoor has an assist on your blitzer.
Yeah. Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
So I feel that could be a first move.
Mm-hmm.
And then you probably want to throw the block with that guy, because if you get the knock over, your rest of your turns canceled, then you could still do something with the blocker if you wanted to.
Yeah, so head button guy probably wants to throw a block on this lineman.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do it. 2 crunches.
Oh.
And so they normally have a 4+ save.
5+ save, you probably fucked.
I failed. God, the Dark Elves are falling apart. Okay, so you've done 2 actions, and now
blocker now just do some diagonal 1, 2.
He can't score, unfortunately, but
like he can
claim that 1 card. I can see a point get scored.
Yeah, move the ball.
So there are two things to consider here. One thing, you could get that point, which would be nice to have a point and have whatever.
I have the trapdoor guy throw a block on the blitzer.
If you don't score a card, the second ball will be added and the trapdoor will open.
That's a good point.
I don't know anything about that.
So there's the thing, you're right. There's the rule that if you ever have possession of the ball and don't pick up a card, a new ball is added to the pitch. So you don't really want that. So I think with that in mind, you should just move that fucker. Well, so that's another reason why the people think that rule's dumb. So it would end up like, oh, I can't score a card. Like, you literally can't score a card and you can't score. So it's like they just throw a long pass.
So they don't hold the ball anymore.
Yeah. And then they could maybe pick it up but they throw it someplace that it won't be caught. Like, they try to throw it really far such that it won't actually be caught. So they don't have possession of the ball, but they could get it later such that it doesn't trigger.
There you go.
That's funny.
But so yeah, I think you just need to move up.
And
try to get far enough away that the one dude can't easily just mark in. Although maybe you can't do that.
2, 3, 4, 5. He could get in the very corner.
You don't want to be there though, because then, well, no, I guess.
I would move 1 up to Jay. Like what?
So this is your first.
Another diagonal and then just forward.
Yeah.
That's what I'd do.
Yeah.
Then just pick up, move the ball.
Yeah. The ball is you get for doing what?
Moving the ball.
That's it.
5 spaces.
That's all you have to do. Raw talent. Is that a skink?
I think it's a lizardman. Like the
Saurus Warriors. So this is the call. Eric, are you finding that?
I found it.
Okay.
It's not a terrible card.
Yeah, did you read what it was, Greg?
I couldn't read it.
I'll just tell you in the chat.
Okay, so your turn's done.
Yeah.
A point was scored. I saw one. I think I'm gonna call it a night, fellas.
All right, Brad.
Thanks for the input, Brad.
Yeah, it was no help. But...
Yeah, you were.
Good luck. Make the Browns proud.
So,
actually, Brad, I won the 7th week of my fantasy league. He's gone.
The 7th?
Yeah, I've won every week.
Oh my god. So, Eric, so when you put a person back in, use a reserves roll, they go on one of these areas, right?
Probably have to be open. Let me check.
Yeah, that's the thing that I don't know.
Yeah, they can't be adjacent to an opponent.
So, like, for instance, I could put the Witch Elf, like, here.
You could do that. That's probably fine, because then you can at least get a free block and...
So, like, she could mark him.
Yes.
And then hit him.
Get a free block. And...
So, I mean, also, this dude that I have, this one lineman, he could actually mark him as well. 1, 2.
You could mark with the Witch Elf, roll 2 dice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, you could do something like that.
Multiple people can mark. It's not like you can do 1 mark a turn or something.
Each player can only do a single one of any action, unless it's like a free action that their ability awards them or a card gives them.
Okay.
Yeah, so I almost feel like this dude is going to mark him, and then the Witch Elf is going to mark him, and then she gets a free block action. So she's going to try and hit him.
Yep.
Okay, I knocked him down, so we'll make an armor save. Come on, bad. A 6, so he's fine. So that's 2 actions, and so I guess
Brad mentions we want to keep track of what how many challenge cards each of us scored. I think that's a league tracking thing,
and it's just the number.
Injuries, I think, and how many injuries were caused.
Oh, well, so Greg's caused 2 injuries so far. Because he actually knocked out.
Maybe it's the actual Witch challenge card. I think it's the actual challenge cards. It says challenge cards claimed, injuries caused. So, because Greg did injure 1 person?
2.
2, okay.
So he's had 2. And then I'm just going to write down, he got moved the ball. So... I have 1 more action, and
he could throw the same block again. She can do that because a free action does not count towards your limit.
Yeah, whatever. Why not?
Or I'm pretty sure that's the case.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Crunch. I did it. Crunch.
Oh yeah, you now need a 4.
So now this is the time. Fucking another 6. Jesus Christ. Okay, so, like, I just can't. Okay. So... Oh, Greg, this is it. Showboat for the crowd, if there's a way you can get that.
Does that mean I just have to score?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could potentially get a bunch here. One of the things that somehow might be hard, though, you want to get the dude that's on the trapdoor off of that. Because... if you score at the start of the next turn, that opens up and he falls through. There might not be a good way to do that, though.
Well,
I don't know if there is.
For my dude to score, he needs to... Can he block?
So yeah, he could try and... Oh, wait. But so since there are 2 guys on him, even if he, like, took out the Witch Elf...
he would have to then sidestep in.
Yeah. So he could...
That's something to roll for.
No. You don't roll for anything, Greg, unless you're throwing the ball.
So, I mean, I almost feel like he probably... Well, it depends on... If he tries to knock down the Witch Elf, which seems like the easiest thing he could do, he could, if he does that, he'd then take them down, which would be good, and then he could just sidestep and score and get Showboat for the crowd.
Yeah, and then you would probably use your last action to throw with the dude on the trapdoor and hope you get like a shove or something and move him up.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I mean, if he falls through, it's really not
a huge
deal. If he just put in the pit, yeah, it's not terrible.
Or you could actually just know you're going to loot, he's going to get lost, and run up another dude like close to the trapdoor such that a ball will be placed there, but his dudes can't get it.
Yeah, that's true too.
But it doesn't matter. You might as well throw the block on the Witch Elf and just see what happens.
Yeah. Brunch. Oh, God, I'm getting wrecked. I could save. A 5. No, it failed because it needed to be a 6.
Yeah. So that's another injury. And he gets take them down for that.
Yeah.
Down is you just need to knock somebody down.
Yes.
Okay.
It's another point.
I'm gonna hold it up.
Diving tackle. Lots of orcs on these. Or no, I guess that was a lizardman on the other one.
Okay.
Okay, so now he can just sidestep and score, right?
But
yes.
Should I like try to throw?
Yeah, so
how about throwing a block with the trapdoor, dude?
You can do that first. Yeah, you can do that now. See what happens.
So you get roll 2 dice there. Because, yeah, he's assisted. Okay, you got a push and a crunch. So you probably just want the push.
Yeah, so if you use the push, it would go straight forward. You can get off the trapdoor.
Yeah.
The ball will get placed where it does. You have 2 dudes there protecting it.
When so you push, does my guy get knocked down too?
No.
Okay. God, this is working out great.
So I guess if I did the crunch, though, there's a chance I take that dude out,
but then you're still on the trapdoor.
And you lose your dude too.
Which,
yeah, so that's
probably worse.
At this point, it would be better to have the dudes up there because now they're also essentially protecting the ball.
Yeah.
So sidestep in to score. That's your last action. Right.
And that's different from a move action.
You can't move because you're marked.
But sidestep is still like the equivalent of moving, or is it? Can you only sidestep one space?
One space, and it has to. You have to move out of the tackle zone. If you can't, you can't.
So in any other circumstance, it would be not.
Yeah.
It would be less than ideal because I only am moving one space. Yeah. But in this case,
normally it would be like you sidestep to get out of the tackle zone, and then you use a move action.
Yeah.
Okay, so you claim the other card, this other card. Showboat for the crowd.
Okay.
No, and I guess since he scored, he's like in reserves.
Yeah.
But
so now you'll need to spend an action to get him back.
So now the ball it's just placed on the trapdoor, right? Or does it scatter?
At the start of your turn. Actually, it does scatter. Shit. I never even did that. It scatters the first turn when you put the first ball on, it does not bounce. This time it does.
Okay.
I haven't been doing that in games. So this actually could work in your favor, that it could bounce a couple times and be behind the line. But
yeah, that's true.
Actually, the dude who scored, what happens to him?
He runs off. He's done playing.
He gets put in the end zone.
Okay.
So, because the narrative around this is they're all new players and they're being told like, we want you to score a touchdown or show us a completion or do one of these things. And if they do that, the like coaches and stuff like that's a good player. We want him in real Blood Bowl, so they take him away and put him in a team.
Okay.
So that's to represent your dude there. He did some good stuff, scored a touchdown. He's going into the big leagues, and now he's gone. So then they just put in a new novice blocker.
Yeah. So now it's the start of the next turn. So now
You
I
need
have to
now bounce it.
roll where the ball goes. A 6. So it wasn't good in my favor. It's behind this dude. Well, it's not the worst, but it's not great.
Yeah. I'll be back.
And it's probably your turn now, Adam, because I just played mine.
Yeah. Oh boy, what can I do?
It's a shame you don't have enough people in play to even just get moving.
Yeah, I can't, yeah. So I don't even know what I want to do. I probably at least want to try and hurt some of the beastmen.
Yeah.
Because this guy could be hit by multiple people. But
you probably want to use your blitzer just because you can reroll and like you have more likely chance to get crunch. It's already assist, or wait, maybe it's not. Oh
this
yeah.
guy would be assisted, but the other would not.
I would probably. Well, I mean, it kind of depends. You could. Yeah, it's a shame. You
I mean,
can't
if I
mark it
could
up,
take this dude out, then this other guy could run up. Oh no, wait, no, I can't. If I could take this dude out and this dude, this guy could run and get the ball.
Yeah.
That seems unlikely, but
So in that sense, you could throw an assisted block with your runner, hope to get the middle dude, then a re-rolled block with the...
That's what I'm going to try and do. The runner is going to throw a block on the middle guy. It's assisted. Does push, if you're pushing it into another guy, does that do anything?
It does. It counts as a knockdown.
Oh, good.
The guy that was pushed into, or the guy that had another?
I'm pretty sure it's the one who was pushed, not the one that blocks it.
Okay, so now we're gonna make a save for the Beastman. He's fine. Okay, now the Blitzer is going to hit this one.
Yeah.
And so it's not assisted, but I could re-roll this if it's not what I want.
So,
yeah.
It's a miss, so I'm gonna re-roll that. It's a knockdown. That's better.
So yeah, so that's good. Even if he doesn't die, you can still get the ball.
Yeah, so he's dead. Holy shit. I did it. I did it. Got an injury. Okay.
And when he's out, does he go in the dugout thing?
Immediately. Yeah, that's just where they're put.
Greg, I don't know. You might as well put it. You could re-roll that save if you wanted to, if you thought it mattered.
Wow, that's what that thing is.
That's raw talent does that.
You want me to do that?
I mean, it might not matter. Like, he can still run up and get the ball. So, like, it might be a waste of the re-roll. Because, or you could just use it because you have it, and
I made not use it again?
I mean, you will be able to use that.
Yeah. It's like if your blocker has the ball or something.
I don't think you have to waste it, because even if his other dude runs up, gets the ball, like your beastman runners that are in the end zone, you could make a run action, a mark, and then
action.
get a free block or something. So like you will be able to.
Why would they be able to get the free block?
That's
Because of
their
their
special
headbutt
rule
rule.
called headbutt.
And that's kind of similar to the Witch Elf special rule, or
Yeah, but you need to use 2 actions to get it to trigger. The Witch Elf
you
just
need to run. You mark or run and then mark.
yes.
Okay.
Okay, so I didn't get any cards.
Did you take that Witch Elf off, or the Beastman off?
Or no, because I was. Have you decided you don't want to use it?
I won't use the reroll.
So I mean, I guess
You can mark
now.
if you got that injury.
Yeah, so I have an injury. So now I guess I have to decide who I want. It's probably better to move up the lineman, right, to get the ball.
Just depends.
Or
I mean,
I
the
guess
runner, if it's knocked down, you can put the ball
Yeah.
behind you and still keep control of it. I mean,
that's probably actually better then.
like safe hands, Greg, the runner has it that if they're knocked down, the ball doesn't bounce randomly. He can choose where to put it.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
It
So then
allows
I'm
him to,
done.
like,
I can't get any points. Guess the cards just haven't come out very well for me. Okay, so there's a new cover your line. Claim this card if at least 2 players from your team are within 2 squares of your end zone, but not in it. So you
you're
could get
probably
that.
not, but it's probably a waste of your actions.
Yeah.
Like if I keep 2 of my dudes back there.
You would have to do 2 run actions to move them up just a little bit,
Yeah.
which is like fucking not worth it. Like here, what you could run up a beastman, do a free mark, or run up, mark, use your first action to stand up the dude.
Yeah.
Then run, mark for your last action, and then you get a free assisted
and
block.
Yeah, so which beastman do you want to run? Probably Jay.
I would almost say not Jay, because he could, if he gets knocked over, the ball's pushed to the back. One of your other runners could try to run out along the end, out of bounds, and like lane or something.
Yeah.
Whereas like,
G.
although I guess G is your blocker.
Oh.
So it maybe you're right still. Although I think still C would be fine, because no one's over there. Really.
Let's just do C, whatever. Matter.
So where do you want to? Essentially, you're gonna. Do you want to mark from the front or diagonal?
From the front, maybe.
Yeah, it seems fine.
Yeah. All right. So he is assisted, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I rolled the wrong dice there. You got a knockdown. So now he's knocked down, so I can choose where the ball goes.
Yes.
I mean, I guess I would just put it like here. Probably. Or would it be better here?
You want it to be away from the beastman such that you could go and pick it up.
Yeah, so probably there.
Pick that up here.
Alright, so now I have to roll an armor save.
Of a 4.
Yes, I did it. Incredible. Okay, so that's the turn. God, you just can't get anything. Like, free up the ball, no. Yes, I could get cover the line.
Yeah, no, the cards aren't. Honestly, they're not working out that well for anybody, but you have. It's particularly poorly for you. But it is your turn, right? So, like, you can get the ball.
Yeah, but that doesn't get me points, but that's still okay.
Oh, it looks like Dave's here.
Oh, hey, Dave.
How long have you been here, Dave? Happy birthday. Or, I guess it's a little bit after your birthday, but happy birthday.
So, I mean, like, I could pretty easily just get to cover your line. But I don't know if that's worth it. So, I mean, I probably want to stand up my runner. Is he... Oh, I guess I could stand up the runner. He could sidestep. Oh, but I guess if he sidesteps, the ball would probably bounce.
Sidestepping into, or
I'm pretty sure. Well, I'll wait for Eric's back, but I'm pretty sure anytime you like move into the place with the ball that's not just a standard move action, I think it bounces.
Yeah.
I almost feel like I should probably start getting other players in too, because like
is the scoring dude in the dugout like, but as a different version of him?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
That's what it counts as.
Eric, if you sidestep into a place with the ball, it bounces, right?
It bounces.
Yeah. So I almost feel like I almost have to stand up my runner.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the first action. And then I guess my second action could just be to pick up the ball.
With the lineman?
Probably the lineman.
Yeah, you could do that.
Alternatively, like I could... Alternatively, like I could also... Well, no, that's probably just what I want to do. And like I almost feel like I need to start putting people back.
Not really, because next turn, if Greg knocks one over, then you'll get one in for free.
Oh, I didn't remember that.
Why is that?
Whenever you have, at the start of your turn, if you have 3 people in the dugout, you get a free reserve action.
So maybe I just want to go pick up the ball and then try and hit somebody.
Yeah.
Hit somebody.
But I don't know. Like, I mean, trying to get rid of this beastman here would probably be the best, but the chances of me doing that is, like, worse.
Yeah.
I mean, knocking it over isn't that low, so...
But, like, I could also, like, the blitzer dude could hit this guy, and then I at least get a...
That would be fine, too, because, like, then you can still run around, like...
Maybe I think I'm gonna try and get the blitzer is gonna blitz this dude. A push. Do I want to re-roll that?
Probably.
Yeah. Another push. Oh.
What?
Okay, so he's pushed here, and then I can choose if I want to follow, and I probably do.
If you do, then they just can do a block against you.
That's true.
So it might not make that much sense to do it. Now he's just free, such that someone could pass to him. Like, Greg would have to make a decision to waste a mark to get him.
That's fair. So, okay, so that's my turn's over.
Yeah, Dave, like...
Got no points.
Dark Elves are struggling to...
hurt the chaos.
What determines when the game ends.
Essentially, when all the cards are gone, or if you get 10 points above him.
Which I guess you could do, Greg. Like, free up the ball, and then somehow get the ball. It's probably going to be hard this round, but
yeah,
if I don't start scoring points soon,
yeah,
you could.
Was there a way that I could like push that runner back into the dude with the ball or some shit?
no.
Okay, so that's not a thing.
I mean, couldn't this guy could mark
where you push? In this, you cannot. If you were diagonal to him, you could do it, but that still wouldn't do anything. So no, you can't do that. The best you could do is knock down the runner, and then the dude in the trapdoor or something would be open, such that he could mark and throw a block or something. But you can't really. I mean, you could run up J, then mark into the guy with the ball and throw a free block.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking of that, but can I not like move in because it's in the tackle zone or something?
No,
the mark thing allows you to move 2 spaces.
Well, it seems like that's the thing. I should do that.
You should do that, yeah.
So he's gonna move up. He's gonna mark, and then he's going to get an assist. Or no, wait, is it assisted? It's not.
It's not.
Yeah, but I mean that's still fine.
But it's still free. Then you can still throw one more block.
Yeah.
A push. So he's just pushed back one.
Can I push him into the wall?
No.
No.
You're not moving the right direction. So now you do want to follow him, probably.
Yeah.
Because you got to push and... Oh, never mind. Yeah, it's not assisted. You want to re-roll that? You could re-roll that with the raw talent card.
How? Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Which one was that gave you that? The ball?
Yeah, move the ball.
Because at this point, even if it does nothing, like that,
doesn't matter.
Yeah, it was another push.
Well, just do that, and then probably just try to pummel
him again.
Yeah, you could hit him again because that was a free action block. So
you probably want to do that and get free up the ball.
Yeah, you do.
If like that's what you want. So I'm gonna roll. Yeah. Brunch. That's what you needed. Damn it. Yep, so that's what you needed. He's out.
That's another injury. Bounce that ball.
Correct. Or it goes on to him. So that bounces again, right?
Bounce.
Or okay, so then it bounces behind him. Oh my god. I am getting wrecked.
The ball thing then?
Yes. Yeah.
That's 2 more points.
God, I can't catch a break.
Okay.
Okay. So now it's my turn.
You have one more. Oh wait, never mind. You're right. You don't.
Somebody comes in for free, reserve for free.
Do I choose which one it is?
You choose.
I almost feel like it should be the witch elf.
Yeah, just because she gets more action.
Yeah. And then
your pseudo horse for the Onion Knight dudes is great.
It is a cool model.
So, Boy, I don't know what I want to do.
It's the aesthetic of the pathetic. That's what that horse is.
I almost feel like, Eric, what if I...
You could mark in with the blitzer, do something so you get take them down.
So if I mark with the blitzer, who do I want to mark? Like, I could... It's like, I guess I could... If I moved him here... And this could be bad because I'm sort of like freeing up space, but if I moved him here, he could actually assist.
I would probably try that.
He could assist both. Like, he could assist the witch elf if she... But I guess I can't actually do multiple.
I would just do the block. Now I would do a block with the blitzer, then do a block with the runner. Like, just try to get 2 blocks in. What you want to at least get one successful one to get taken down.
So I mean, I should probably use the blitzer to block this beastman because if I get a push, I'll knock him down.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes the sense.
2 push.
Knockdown. So
do I want to do that, or do I just want to re-roll it?
I would. Well,
if you reroll, is it reroll 1 or you have to reroll both?
You reroll. So rerolling is not a huge risk.
I probably can't get 2, but we're gonna take a chance.
Yeah, I think that probably makes sense.
I got 2 misses.
Oh well, so that was the one thing.
The one thing that you didn't want. Okay, so now. Oh my god.
Now I would try to throw a block on one of probably the same dude with the runner.
Yeah.
For the same basic. Well, I guess the push this one at a time won't work well.
Yeah. I got a knockdown. I did it.
So, make the save.
A 3. He's fine. Because of course he's fine. Oh.
You do get a card though.
Yeah, I finally got a fucking card. And I still don't feel like I'm in any good position.
Yeah.
Okay, so actually, wait a minute. So I have this card that I got. Can you immediately use them, or probably not, right?
If it's inspiration, you could use it.
That's what it is.
You could use
I don't know if there's like, is there a thing I would want to do? Is there even anything I can do? I guess I could put another guy on the field, or...
That would be it. You could do a free reserve, or you could move your witch elf up such that maybe you don't have to do as much shit to...
What if I move the witch elf up to be like right here, such that when the beastman stands up, oh no, but that doesn't even... Maybe just the reserve action.
That could be fine.
Because, like, I kind of need... Well, unless I don't want to do that, because, like, if another person goes down, which they probably are,
That...
Yeah.
I would almost move... if you want to use it, I would maybe move someone up into a position that something could happen.
I almost feel like this lineman's gonna move up.
Alright.
Alright, whatever, they moved up. Okay. Oh, now Greg even has to take them down. He can do that.
Alright, Greg, so one thing you could do, you could stand up the guy that's down, and then play the dodge card, which allows you to run adjacent to opponents. So since it's a run action, you could run back one, pick up the ball, then just fucking run forward.
Yeah, that's good.
You wouldn't be able to score, but you'd get close.
So what card allows me to do that?
It was on the back of Showboat Boat for the crowd. It's called Dodge. Play before you make a run action. For this action, players can move adjacent to opponents, but must end the move open. So meaning like you ultimately have to, when the move is over, you need to be.
So I would have to stand up for one
Yes.
and then play.
Play that card, move for 2.
So 1 to get the ball. But then
Yeah.
2.
Or yeah.
And so then you have some way to like where you would get where you stop.
So the thing where I stand up, I use the card which allows me to
run adjacent to other players,
but do the run action so I can move the fool.
But wait a minute, you can't even make a run action when you're marked.
That's a good point.
Yeah, so you couldn't do that because he's marked.
You would have to throw a block. Oh yeah, so you can't do it. Yeah, so you still might want to stand him up and just start throwing blocks.
You probably want to do that because you want to take them down to get a point.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, what if... Yeah, no, I guess you... Yeah, so there's your one action.
Who do you think should throw the block?
Someone who's assisted.
Just an assist. Probably take down try to first focus on the blitzer because he's better.
Okay, that's true. So maybe the dude who stood up? Or
I see no reason not to.
Yeah, that seems fine. 2 misses. Rolling that a lot tonight. This is like the 3rd time that I've rolled that.
Well, then just next one do with the other
one can do it.
The same dude.
A crunch and a push. So that's good. God, I hope he doesn't die. He didn't die.
You rolled a 5?
Yeah, I rolled a 5. Incredible.
How does the crunch differ from the knockdown again?
1 off their armor save.
But so you still got take them down.
Yeah.
You still get that point.
Okay.
For some reason, the resolution on the screen that I'm watching has been real shit for a while now, such that I can't read any of the stuff. But I don't think it's.
I think part of that has to do with maybe I don't have it set up at the right angle.
Everything's really pixelated, so like I can't see anything.
Oh wait, so you just...
more action, right?
Or no, I stood up and then did 2 blitzes or 2 blocks.
Yeah, so I think he's done. Oh wait, shit, tie them up. I bet I can do this. Tie them up. Claim this card if at least 3 opponents are marked by at least 2 different players from your team. Yeah, so I can actually claim that by just standing this dude up.
Make him still be marked?
Yeah, because they're marked. So that's probably what I should do.
Yeah.
So he's gonna stand up.
And so he's marking the dude that he had marked before. What are the other marks? I don't even remember.
This runner dude.
The runner is marking 3 dudes.
Yeah, he's marking this one. He's marking all of them.
Or what? You don't have to declare a mark.
I mean, he stood up and he's now in the midst of all the other dudes.
I guess I don't understand what a mark is. I thought
He's in their tackle zone.
They use the same terminology for you can make a mark action, and if you make a mark action,
yeah. So the
you're
wording
marked. So it is a little confusing.
yeah, because my notion of a mark was when you do that action, you can move 2 spaces into somebody's zone. That was what a mark was.
Adam has inspiration.
Yeah, I showed it.
I couldn't read it.
You just get used to the cards. It's the gutter runner running, so he gets an extra.
I mean, like, I can't even see the picture because it's so blurry and pixelated.
Oh,
This is on Twitch?
Yes.
Because I can see it all.
and he probably saw me flipping it like here, like you can see it right now.
Yes, that's what I saw.
Yeah, and Eric's played.
I just reloaded stuff and now I can see things.
Oh yeah, sometimes Twitch, like, it gets real bad. Like, the pixelation is intense. So I got those 2 points. So now, cover your lines and show us. I guess now I probably just want to start trying to take people down.
Yeah.
Ideally, like, take them out. I feel the blitzer is going to blitz the guy who's next to the
Yeah.
wall. I probably don't risk re-rolling it because I knocked him down.
Don't risk rerolling it.
He's fine. Okay. So now
Is that that's your set? Because the first was to set it up.
So now I guess the runner can hit somebody. He probably wants to hit somebody.
Doesn't he only get the assist on the one dude?
He would only get the assist on this dude.
Yeah.
The trapdoor dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I may as well hit him. 2 misses? Are you kidding me? Okay. So that's the end of my turn then, right? Because I did 3 actions. I could use inspiration.
Hey, what does that do again?
I could do another action, but I'm not sure that won't even do anything. Like, what would I do? Nothing. Yeah, so that's it. Break some bones. Greg, you want to do this. And then, well, actually, so you might even be able to. You win this turn. You could get close, but I don't think you can win.
Yeah, you just want to. The main thing, you want to break their bones.
Yeah.
And that I need to know, or what do I need to do for that?
You have to injure somebody.
Okay.
Which will probably be easy for you.
I would probably start by throwing an assisted block on the runner for the one closest to your own end zone.
Yes.
So the one closest to the end zone is going to throw a block.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. A push and a miss, so that's fine.
The push knocks him over because he runs into his back dude.
Mm-hmm. So now I have to make an armor save.
4+.
Should I save? Thank God.
All right. So that was one action. So You have multiple options here, Greg. You could play your foul card, which you got, and just knock his runner out and cause the injury to get the card.
Oof.
If you wanted that. But you could also just wait,
Or
throw a
maybe not
block.
do that throw. Or does that count as an action?
It's an action though, so but you've only used one action, so your second action could just be to throw a single die block on the
Blitzer.
dude, the blitzer. Maybe you'll do it there.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't, then you could use foul.
Yeah.
But if you do, then you
Or
could
like I could stand up the one dude and throw an assisted block and see if it works. But then I would.
but that I feel you don't want to risk to give Adam the chance to break your bones.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then we'll do the original thought. The one
tackle and it ends his move.
So that's fine.
So now you could still get it. You got it.
Because you failed the armor save.
Yeah.
Yes.
So whenever you go down, you have to make an armor save. If you fail it, you're out.
Yes. Except for your blockers.
Crunch makes it you subtract 1 from your armor save.
You get break their bones, that's 2 points.
Yeah, I moved you up.
Okay. So now, Greg, you could actually just go fucking pick up the ball.
Or do I still have it in my move?
Yeah, you only threw an assisted block and one other block.
Yeah. So yeah, you probably should. Or yeah,
Or do a move and like do some running with it, or can't run over corpses.
You would run diagonal.
Yeah, you could run.
Oh. 1, 2.
So you could do, or which it would be the guy back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 or 4, 5, 6. Like you could go over there, or
try to get somewhere where he can't just do a mark in for free. So it wouldn't be
you could
moving
get over here or something.
I would do that such that he can't do a mark. The best he could do is stand someone up, or like he'd have to use more action.
Yeah. Oh my god. I can do literally nothing for the Chaos team.
Yeah. And like you can't get any of those points really.
I mean, I could get cover their line because I'll get a free reserve, I guess, because all my fucking dudes are dead.
Oh, you do get a free reserve to begin with.
My god, and see, then next turn Greg can go deep pretty easily.
Let's go deep.
Claim this card if 2 or more players from your team or in the other are within the coach's end zone or within 2 squares of it. So you could
it doesn't matter. Just keep going here.
So I guess I may as well put the blitzer in.
Yeah.
Should probably be somewhere like here. Because yeah, how about that? That's free. So yeah, like literally I can't get any of these.
Yeah, the cards went down real poorly for you, Adam.
I guess I could get cover your lines.
What do you have to do for that? Marked people or something?
No, they just
No,
you have to have
even
at least 2 of your players within 2 of your own end zone, not in the end zone.
Well, so then you kind of have to waste moves like
I feel I'm gonna stand up the runner. And I almost feel like the witch elf has the best chance of like doing something to this dude.
Yeah,
The
probably.
ball. But she'll have to move and then mark.
But with her mark, she gets a free block.
Correct.
She's
Well,
blocked already.
He's gonna move and then mark to just get like right in front of him, I guess. Which maybe is also, it could be considered kind of dumb because, well, now whatever, we're doing it.
All right, so Greg's gonna play step aside now when you're trying to do your free block and get a free step aside.
Okay, which way do you want to step aside?
You pretty much have to go back one step, 3 to the back, so probably closer to your fallen beastman. And then in your turn, you will run in for a touchdown and win the game.
So step aside as you move 2. Is that right?
It's 1.
1. Okay.
But it has to be out of their tackle zone. So that was step aside from break their bones. So now it's your turn.
Well, so now I can do another action with inspiration if I think it could do something.
Okay. Yeah, so you could do that then.
But I don't even know, is there anything that I could do? I don't think there's anything I could do. Like, I could mark. Like, I could mark him, but then that's just he.
Mark with what?
With, like, the wit. Or no, she can't do it anymore. So he could move.
You could mark with the. Well, no, you can't. Yeah, he could move.
He could also. Oh, no, he can't. So. Now, I guess I probably want to try and move in a way such that one. I think if I actually move him here, can he score now?
I'm gonna break it to you. He can play the dodge card and do
yeah,
that.
so well, whatever. So the game's over. I got wrecked.
I don't remember how the dodge card works again.
It's that card we tried to play earlier that said when you run, you can run next to people.
But is it only a certain amount of space that you can do that?
Just whenever you do a run action.
Well, actually, wait a minute. Can you, if one of your guys is marked, and he mark to get out?
No, you can only mark if you're open.
Yeah, you're right.
Players
That's what it
can only block and sidestep.
Okay, so yeah, you won. I got like so wrecked. God damn.
Yeah,
like dodge I could use and then just run the 6 inches down the center. Yeah. Okay.
Like holy fuck. Like it almost wasn't even a game.
I think this was an example. This was sort of like the first game I played the other day against Skaven Halflings, that it's just why you did poorly more than anything. Like I think the Chaos team's tough to play against because they're so tough.
Yeah.
But the fact that you never could get any cards is the biggest thing.
I mean,
like,
I literally got a single card.
Greg has 6 cards here that most of them have abilities that like would actually matter a lot for you if you had them.
Yeah, I mean, I got a single card, and I only got a single injury, too, so, like, whew. Rough.
How many injuries did I get? Like 3 or 4?
You got at least 4. Did you get another injury towards the end that I forgot?
Yeah, I don't remember.
You got, I counted 4.
Adam, you should probably just tear off 2 of the league things and fill them out for yourself and Greg.
Oh, good idea.
And I should have actually just been doing that and marking it along, but I didn't.
So, what is... Oh, is the result, like, if you win, you get 3 You tie, you
Yeah, I
get
think-
one.
Yeah.
And so we just mark the number of challenge cards claimed. It doesn't matter what they are, right?
I don't know. I think Brad wrote it down. Let me check what it says in the.
And then do we now roll to see what trait thing we get?
Yeah.
This is exciting. Maybe I'll get a good coach roll. All right, Greg, I'm gonna roll for you right now. Oh, actually, what do you roll? You roll 2d6s.
You just mark the number of challenge cards you got, not what they are.
Yeah. Do you?
I think it's. Wait a minute. It's 2 8-sided dice. The 2
Yeah.
8s.
Okay, so Greg, I'm gonna roll for you first.
All right.
We're gonna add them. So is that a 9? Oh, is that a 9? Oh, it can't be. It's a 6 because it's an 8-sided dice.
Yeah.
So you got 9. Well prepared.
And this is a what?
It's a coach skill that you get.
It says you can choose which trapdoor the ball is placed on instead of having to randomize it. If both coaches have this trait and wish to use it at the same time, they each roll an 8-sided dice, re-rolling any ties. Whoever has a... So that
Sounds
seems
bad.
kind of bad.
It's if we were playing on the other side of the board, there are 2 trapdoors. One's
That
closer.
could be, it could be good.
It could be fine. It's not fantastic though.
Yeah, whatever.
I got 8. That's Loud Celebrator. And your team's... Oh, I get 4 points instead of 3, so that's good.
Yeah, that seems good.
Well, they're loudly celebrating how they got fucked.
I think we will quickly realize that the coach trait should not be included
Yeah.
because they're like unbalanced and dumb.
Oh yeah, I mean, just like that, the one that I got there, an additional point per touchdown, like that's pretty huge, or it seems that way.
Yeah, 'cause it's something you will always get, and
Like
you're
that is always helpful. Whereas the thing that like I got just like on
in
select,
this game can't be helpful.
yeah.
Like, you
Whereas
literally
like
couldn't do
getting
it.
an extra point for scoring a touchdown, like just always something you would want.
Yeah.
Well, you help you could get.
So it was a game. We played. Greg, you played your first league game. I did too.
On here the whole time. That's some.
It was pretty good. I mean, yeah, it didn't come up my way at all, but
I won.
I think the Chaos team is one of the best in the game.
Well, I mean, yeah, like all of the players have a great
think
armor save.
People kind of assumed in this edition they would have changed their like the blocker's
blocker.
ability that you when you get knocked down you just make an armor save. They thought they would just change it to be like even if you pass the save, like the ball gets randomized or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like because otherwise it's just so incredibly good.
It's hard to interact with them. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, the Chaos seems pretty strong.
Yeah.
I feel in the future, in games we play, we should randomize what side of the board is used.
Yeah, that was better. I just thought since this was our first game.
No, I agree. But I think, or at least either randomize or have people choose or something. And I say this largely, well, I mean, because it really affects how stuff is. Like, I kind of feel it would be interesting to have a board that has all the spaces because then you can't like lock stuff up and like faster teams like the Dark Elves would be able to like take advantage of positional play and stuff better.
Because this, like, it couldn't do really any of that.
Yeah. So I sort of wish one of them was like that, but particularly having played many games, a bunch of games now, or watched them played
Have you used the other side?
a bunch of times.
Okay.
Well, I guess we have to. How many? So, Greg, you got.
He won that, so he got 3 points. And he claimed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He claimed 6 challenge
6.
cards.
Yeah.
Adam, how many did you claim?
1.
Ugh. I kind of thought you did 2.
Oh no, I did claim 2. You're right. Because I got the 2 inspirations.
Yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't quite as bad, but it was still pretty bad.
I think you got 2 touchdowns right. You caused how many injuries did we think?
4.
How many did Adam cause?
1 injury.
Was it just 1? Oh
Yes,
yeah,
I couldn't hurt anyone.
Yeah.
Is there on this little sheet? There's not a thing to record how many touchdowns. I guess it doesn't matter, but it does probably in our league thing.
I wrote it up. What's Greg's coach skill?
Well prepared. It's called
What was yours?
Loud Celebrator.
I don't see why they have trophies. Maybe just because they wanted to.
Guys,
Yeah.
I should probably go to bed.
Yeah.
But thanks for teaching me how to play.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun.
It was.
You're in the lead for the league, Greg.
Mm-hmm. That's because of your painted blocker.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I guess maybe we can probably just also end the stream. We've been going for a long time now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, thanks everybody for watching. If any of you actually stuck around this long to watch this game of Blitz Bowl, it took a while. But
yeah, I feel we need to, if we start playing these more, we should well, when we get better at playing it, we should like talk more about other things such that it's not so uninteresting.
no, yeah, that's true. I need to
to
probably
get another camera that we could just the whole time be angled closer to the models, so like people can see an angle of a thing happening.
That
Like,
would be better.
obviously, you need the top-down thing, and having the view of those cards is good. Like all of those are good.
Yeah,
I think they should have that.
yeah. Well, it's something to consider.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks everyone for joining us. It's been fun. Stay safe, keep on enjoying the hobby, and we will talk to everyone soon.
Yep.